The C-Class and AMG guise is way different and quite the competitive sports sedan, even when it's not a true AMG, but just rather tuned by AMG. A low-profile, short wheelbase sedan with AMG-tuned suspension, engine, and brakes, not to mention the grippy all-wheel drive system, and you have quite the car. Yeah, it's no AMG 55 series or 63 series, nor even a black series, but still, AMG pedigree coming in less than $60,000 brand new is something quite special. In 2017, the name was revised from the C450 AMG to the C43, falling in line with the rest of the 43 AMG models. While the engine remains similar to the previous year, which isn't a 4.3 liter, nor does it have 430 horsepower or pound-feet of torque, so it is quite confusing. What's new for the 2017 model year is the 9G-tronic transmission, and despite its increased weight, gearing has made the car both quicker and more fuel efficient than the previous model. Just know, the C43 isn't a true AMG in the sense of the word. It's more of a tuning upgrade package enhanced by AMG. Hello everyone. In today's full in-depth review, we are taking a detailed walk-around look at this very nice and very well equipped 2017 Mercedes-Benz C43 AMG. This is a performance variant of the C-Class entry-level Mercedes-Benz sedan, and as such it's not the V8 bi-turbo powered variant as the other larger vehicles. However, it does have a very potent bi-turbo V6 engine. This vehicle is painted in iridium silver metallic, and it does feature the black MB Tex leatherette, red accent stitching, and Dynamica suede interior accents. Full pricing is shown on the screen, and if you head to the description box, I'll show a full description or full options list in the description box. Power comes from an AMG-tuned 3-liter dual overhead cam 24-valve V6 engine with twin turbochargers and intercoolers. Constructed with aluminum block and heads, this engine features direct fuel injection with a 10.5:1 compression ratio. It creates 362 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 384 pound-feet of torque at 2,000 RPM. The C43 can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.1 seconds and 0 to 100 miles per hour in 10.5 seconds. The quarter mile is reached in 12.7 seconds at 112 miles per hour, with the governor limited top speed to 134 miles per hour. The C43 AMG is equipped with a 17.4 US gallon fuel capacity and consumes 4.3 gallons per 100 miles driven, with an estimated total driving range of around 400 miles. EPA fuel economy figures are 20 miles per gallon in the city, 28 miles per gallon on the highway, and a combined average of 23 miles per gallon. The sole available transmission on US spec cars are the electronically controlled Mercedes-Benz 9G-tronic 9-speed automatic with lock-up torque converter. This is not the AMG 9G-tronic speed shift version of the other AMG models. Alright, as we walk around the back of the C43, it's a very nice, aerodynamic, very swoopy design. Has nice, elegant, flowing, organic style lines here, as you can see. No real hard corners here. Slopes really nicely into the LED tail lamps. And on the trunk lid, of course, you do have this little lip spoiler here. It actually sits upright pretty high here, and it kind of follows the same flowing line as a trunk lid. And down here we do have LED tail lamps and of course LED turn indicators. Little vents down here for air outlets. Down below we have these sculpted exhaust. They're dual tip, but they're quad exhaust. And of course around the back we have the AMG badging, and of course the C43 badging. Alright, as we walk along the profile of the C43, it doesn't look too much different from the regular C classes, so it's kind of a sleeper vehicle. As you can see, the actual vehicle has a very nice organic shape to it. No real hard corners, very sloping, swooping lines, very aerodynamic styling. Love the wheels, black wheels, silver accents. You got the gloss black accents on the window trim. This overall looks like a really good car. Steering is electrically assisted vehicle speed sensitive variable rate rack and pinion that worked in conjunction with the selectable chassis drive modes, and it features 2.1 turns lock to lock. Wheels are staggered size 18-inch AMG 5-spoke aluminums with black accents intershot on Continental Pro Contact SSR tires, measuring 225/45 R18 up front and 245/40 R18 in the rear. Brakes are 4-wheel disc brakes with ABS, electronic brake force distribution, stability control, and more. Up front, the brakes are ventilated for 14.2-inch rotors with 12.6-inch rotors in the rears. They can halt the C43 from 70 miles per hour and 171 feet. Alrighty, walking around the front of the C43 AMG, kind of looks similar to the regular C class, with the exception of some small details. We have these black skull caps on the side view mirrors, gloss black. They have the turn repeaters there. Of course, down here on the fender flares, you have the bi-turbo 4Matic badging. Moving down into here, just standard halogen headlamps, LED daytime running lights, incandescent turn indicators, and everything's housed inside black bezels. You do have this sporty front end though, with this AMG specific front air dam. Nice large front opening grille. These little diamond points here look really good. Huge 3-pointed star, and of course your Mercedes-Benz badging down there. Overall, just the front end looks really good, very aggressive. Alright, now we do have smart key access and remote access. So the remote key fob, pretty similar to the older Dodges, and of course being a Daimler Chrysler, Mercedes-Benz use the same key fob. This is a little bit nicer, however. It does have this chrome plating on it, Mercedes-Benz star. Up here at the top in this triangle, the red triangle, is a panic button. This right here is your lock button, unlock, and your trunk release. Now this is a smart key system, so by keeping the key fob in your purse or pocket, you're able to lock and unlock the vehicle doors. To do so is very easy. As you can see, it's already locked, but this little indentation on the door handle, a little square indentation, just by tapping that, that'll actually lock the vehicle. And if you'd like to unlock the vehicle, just simply grab the handle as you would open the doors. And inside, we find a very nicely equipped, nicely crafted interior. It is a very sporty variant of the C class. We're going to go over some of these details. As you can see, it does have the black leatherette, red accent stitching. You've also got this really nice dark ash wood. It's a matte finish. You got dynamic suede inserts, and of course the silver aluminum trim as well. Door speakers on the driver's side door, heated front seats, multi-adjustable seats with adjustable thigh supports, power high adjustable head restraints, 3-driver memory, nice satin silver door pulls with your power lock switch, power folding mirrors, mirror adjusters, one-touch auto down and up for all windows, and of course your window lockout. Down here below, trunk release, molded map pockets, feature nice storage, and a cup holder. This vinyl actually is leatherette. It's a real good ringer for actual leather. It's grained just right, feels good, and it's all soft touch materials all along the doors. And as we come inside, we do have a stainless steel illuminated AMG tread plate there. On the driver's side instrument panel, you do have this nice round air vent, automatic headlamp control. You have your instrument panel dimmer, fog lamp control, electronic parking brake release. Up in here is your hood release, and you've got your aluminum sport pedals. And down below in the floor well here, 4-way adjustable lumbar support. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the seats. The seats are actually very comfortable. They're very supportive. They have the black leatherette accented by the red accent stitching, and of course in the center is the Dynamica suede. It's a very grippy material, much like Alcantara. And of course you can see the aggressive side bolsters for excellent lateral support. Alrighty, now we're inside. We're going to show more details. As you can see here, nice fluidic power assisted steering on a very thick leather wrapped steering wheel. And on the side grips, you do have that suede, better grips, paddle shifters, multifunction controls, satin silver trim. It is a D-shaped steering wheel with a flat bottom. It has the AMG badging down here. These buttons here control your central trip computer here. So cycle through the menus, menu selection, home, voice command, and your back button. And over on the right hand side are your volume controls, voice command controls, and phone controls. Then of course we have a multiple amount of multifunction controls here. We have our wiper washer controls. We've also got our high beam controls, turn indicator controls. Here is our electronic tilt and telescoping steering wheel control. And here of course we have our cruise controls. And over here we do have our gear selector. And down there is our engine start stop button. The gauges are very simple in their presentation, but they are very legible, brightly illuminated in white LEDs. Over to the left we have a 180 mph speedometer, and we have a digital readout for the fuel gauge. In the middle we have a full color driver information display screen. It is reconfigurable, and currently it is in the AMG mode. However, there are various other modes that we'll show here. And over to the right we have an 8,000 RPM tach, flanked by the coolant temperature, which is read out in degrees Celsius. Alrighty, let's pan over the top of the dash. One thing I do like is how all of this material flows very nicely into one cohesive design element. So the top of the door panel actually rides to the top of the dashboard with accent stitching running along the base of the windshield, and it meets up with the rest of the dash pad, which has its own accent stitching along this binnacle here. It is all wrapped in that same MB-Tex leatherette material. It is a very high quality feeling material in a car of this class. As we look down the center console, we do have this floating display screen. It's not gigantic, but it's not small either. It is not a touch screen, as you can see here. It is actually controlled by this wheel here. And of course you have your menu button and your volume control and all that kind of stuff we'll go over. But anyway, we can zoom in by rotating the wheels. You can also go back. Various different menus. And of course we have our top menu here for radio, media, vehicle settings, all that kind of stuff. So we can configure our dynamic selections, fuel consumptions, access our operator's manual, vehicle settings, all kinds of neat stuff. And then we can also go back to the navigation. As you can see down below, there was a strip of climate control readouts, so we'll go over that. Alright, inside this wood panel, more of that matte black wood, 3 circular air vents, climate controls all down here, all within physical buttons. So we do have driver side climate or temperature control, passenger side temperature control, AC recirculate synchronize, front and rear defrosters, auto, and of course your fan speed. And then of course you can select your menu here, and it will actually show your airflow and distribution as well as your fan speed. Down below we have more hard buttons here in this gloss black panel for navigation, radio, and media, telephone, vehicle controls, 4-way flashers, CD player, and an analog clock. Alright, down the center part of the console, this opens up here to reveal 2 cup holders, a storage tray, and a 12-volt power point. Down here is our multi-vehicle controls here. So we have our dynamic drive modes here. Then we have our manual transmission, so we can select from automatic to manual, suspension settings, stability control, radio volume, power, and our auto start stop. Inside this stainless steel area here is a button that opens up the bifolding center armrest. It does reveal a nice amount of carpeted storage, 2 USB ports, and an SD card slot. So overall, the interior of the C43 is a very nice little place to be. It's a sporty little car, so some comfort is given up. But overall, it's actually a very nice car. And if you want performance for the buck, this is a good way to go. Inside your automatic dimming rearview mirror, you do have a 3-channel HomeLink universal garage door opener. We have also got reading lights on the bottom of the mirror, accessed by this right here. The center button here controls our interior overall lighting. Then of course we have our dome override, rear lights, and then our telematic system. Sunglasses holders in here. And then of course we have vinyl padded sun visors with vanity mirrors, illumination on the ceiling, and of course the sun visors do swing out, but they do not slide out. Height adjustable seat belts and overhead assist handles. Notably absent is a sunroof. Alrighty, let's take a look at the rear seat now. Now, this is a smaller car, so rear seat room is not going to be as plentiful as the front seat or the bigger variants, as you can see here. A real quick look at the door panels show that they're designed after the front doors. Got the red accent stitching, more of the matte wood trim, the leatherette surfaces, satin silver door pulls, power window switch, door speaker, soft touch all along the door panels, molded door pockets, and bottle holders. Alright, these rear seats are small. They are still wrapped in the leatherette and the Dynamica suede. The rear seats do seat 3 across. They are a 60/40 split folding seat design with high adjustable head restraints on all passenger seating areas. Only the suede is on the outboard seats. In the middle, we do have a fold down center armrest. It does open up to reveal a small amount of storage. And you do have these little pop out cup holders here. As I stated before, the seats do fold 60/40 split. However, there are no interior releases. Those releases are actually in the trunk. Overhead, we do have assist handles, side curtain airbags, illumination, adjustable air vents, seat back mat pockets. Alright, and as I stated before, the seats do fold. It's actually pretty easy how to fold the seats, but in order to do that, you're going to have to actually step out of the vehicle, go around to the back, open up the trunk, and release the seat backs here. There's also one on the right hand side. And then walk back to the back seat and fold that seat flat. As you can see, it does fold flat. It also folds even with the cargo area, so that's actually really nice. And then we're just going to fold the seat back up. All right, there are 3 ways you can open the trunk lid. First way, down on the driver's side instrument or driver's side door panel, you can flip this switch to open up the trunk. Underneath the 3-pointed star is the second way. There's actually a little membrane latch here. You can just press that like you would a normal hatch release. That'll open the trunk lid, or you can just press and hold the key fob button. It's on a counterbalanced hinge, so it opens right up. It's spring loaded. As you can see here, it is illuminated here. You do have your emergency release button there. It's all nice and carpeted. You got little grocery bag hooks here, small concealed storage, AMG branded mats. You've also got this little spider mat here for cargo. A small little area here, more illumination, more grocery bag hooks. And underneath the spider mat, you've actually got this little storage panel here. It actually hooks up into the weather seal. And in lieu of a spare tire, we do have a first aid kit. We have a tire inflator kit, all that kind of stuff. High visibility jackets here. These are actually neon yellow. Anyway, it's a deep storage well here, kind of concealed, but doesn't have a spare tire to save weight. And then these just clip back into the floor rings here. As you can see, the trunk is actually very spacious. It's a very spacious cargo area. As stated here, these are your releases for your rear seats. No automatic closing here. You just close the trunk lid normally. Alrighty, and that does conclude our in-depth walk-around look at the 2017 Mercedes-Benz AMG C43. We hope you found the review informative, and if you did, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews and Instagram at BrensoJ1. Of course, as always, thanks for watching.